allowing yourself to really drop into a place of receiving. We are going to be working in the quantum fields, in the energetics. A lot of that information and the way we're going to be working is through working in a theta state with different downloads, light language. We're also going to do some visualization practices and start to move the multi-dimensional layers of distortions that keep us in this idea and these concepts where we have hidden beliefs and different programming. Feeling really like this is going to be a big session. I felt my own body start to really come up with a lot of heaviness in my head and quite a bit of grief sitting in my whole abdominal area. And it was about an hour ago that it just hit me all of a sudden. I was like, whoa, why am I feeling this? In my heart, I can feel quite a bit of sorrow and pain just sitting in my heart space. So just inviting you to feel into your body. Feel into your body while you're waiting for people to arrive. And in the comments below, put the areas of your body that you're feeling emotion or some density. And so what I'm feeling currently is there's some sadness and sorrow in my heart. There's some grief through my whole stomach, and I feel like this weight in my head. What are you feeling, Jules?
I'm quite similar. I'm feeling a lot through my abdomen and heavy around the heart and chest, and also a lot of old programs that are ready to leave. I'd love to get some feedback if people can hear us okay. Could someone drop some comments in just to let us know if we're being heard clearly?
Yeah, so comments in the Facebook comments below, and then also let us know what you're feeling, what's alive inside of you, any stories, any emotion, if there's something specifically that's come up around this transmission, any beliefs that you've noticed or anything that that's been brought into your awareness, put it in the box below, because
Beautiful.
We can bring this into the transmission as well. It may be a piece that we all collectively are sharing, and it just takes someone to have the awareness of it and to allow it to be seen.
Thank you for the feedback, guys.
Beautiful. Yeah, so
beautiful.
With our Zoom technical difficulties, we've decided to come over to Facebook so that there is clear sound and the transmission comes through without glitching in and out, so that there's no loss of the sound with the energetics. Although anyone who would have come to our last transmission, you would have received the energetics because you're set in that container and that energy is moving regardless of whether or not you catch every sound. It's sometimes the mind can get a bit wanting to grasp, and it can not allow the body to relax and let go because there's the perfectionist parts of us that don't surrender to just being in the moment of receiving. So this should allow for everything to come through with a lot more ease and grace.
Beautiful. I'd like to speak into a little about what this has brought forward for me in my journey, and when I first started moving through my ascension process, I remember hearing things like we were moving from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and all these things were starting to unfold and unravel, stepping out of the matrix systems that I was in and that we've been in. And one of the things that's kind of come through in this download, this course, this event, has been this energy of how we move from the third into the fourth, and the fourth is like this bridge that we're moving into, that we cross, moving into the fifth dimension. And I know for me, when I first stepped onto that bridge, a lot of things started opening up, and a lot of things through that opening up started unfolding within that really needed to be released from my my cells, from my body, a lot of distortions within my field, a lot of past life memories, a lot of trauma was coming up to be moved through, and a lot of that was really about all the pieces of and parts within myself that were connected to separation in some way, shape or form throughout the multidimensional layers. And what I found on the beginning of my journey was it was quite an inward process and quite a journey of something that I needed to go through alone, and the process continued for quite a few years. And I know, because I've experienced this through other people, that there's this energy of like, oh, I've got to do all this alone and no one's around me and no one understands me, and then you get all the inner child stuff that comes up and the separation through those traumas, and it can be quite a challenging and difficult experience to move through as we're crossing that bridge and coming into that place of unconditional love within the fifth dimensional planes, and what that actually means within our physical vessel. So all of these energies that we are carrying throughout these lifetimes and traumatic experiences, and as they start to shift through our expansion, through the opening of our mind, throughout the opening of our heart, these lower vibrational frequencies that no longer serve our highest good are starting to release from within the carbon structure of our cells as we move from carbon to crystalline. And this process can be quite an individual process. It is an individual process. Everyone I've spoken to, there are some kind of similarities on the journey, but this is very much a journey that we move through, coming back into full realization of our true self and that divine spark of creation that we are. And so I know through my journey I did feel quite alone. I felt quite separate, and I felt people didn't understand me, and I didn't know how to move through a lot of the things that I was experiencing without help. And I've seen this in other people, and other people that are really powerful healers are going through this too. It's not just everybody, we're all going through this in our own way. And so what comes up for me in this is really kind of creating that safety and bringing this container and the energies of us into this beautiful container to get a really deep sense and knowing that we are not alone, and that we're here on this journey together. And even though we are going through our own individual processes and awakenings, that we don't have to do this alone, and that we are creating this community, and even within this Facebook group, just to allow space for people to step into that and really speak from a place of authenticity and vulnerability, and give other people the opportunity to hear that and go, oh, I can do that too, and really welcoming people into that space. So welcome into this beautiful, powerful container that we are sitting in now and ready to move into as we go on this beautiful journey of clearing and dissolving all of those parts within the self that don't believe that we are connected, that don't believe that we are one, that don't believe that, or that do believe that we have to do this alone,
Yeah, I want to speak into some of that as well, because it doesn't, no matter where you are on your journey, there's going to be distortions in the energetic field that are going to come up. So there's going to be levels of feeling alone. And I know for me, a lot of my journey was alone, and it was done in that specific way so that I had enough strength and discipline and determination and wisdom that was gained from having chosen to do this alone, so that I can step into the fullness of what my purpose has for me this lifetime. Because it isn't, it's a big path. I've committed to a lot, and so without that level of being alone and having gone through that in the way I did, I wouldn't feel the level of confidence and strength and knowing and holding that I have within myself. However, there was a time that I got to where I was like, actually, I don't have to do this alone anymore. I've done so much inner work. I've done so much of finding my own processes. I've come to this place of wisdom within. I can connect to Creator, to Divine. And now if I want to really come into a place of expansion, I've got to connect with other tribe. Like, I have the ability to continue, and I may as well go sit on a mountain and become a monk, because if I'm not connecting with other people and expanding what this wisdom is and this knowledge and this knowing and holding and being held, and that energy is not moving, then I'm being of disservice to myself and to others. And so when I had this real understanding of we can't live just in autonomy and we can't just live in connection, there has to be a balance of being, I can be autonomous, but I can also be myself in connection. That comes into this equilibrium of our true, authentic self. And all it took for me was this, I guess, moment of like aha moment where I was in meditation and I just asked. And I asked for the support that I hadn't allowed myself to have before that point, that I wasn't ready to receive before that point. And in that allowing and opening to the support and the connection, I received all of my energetic like soul family, and I was able to experience the holding and the love and the support from my my energetic team, which are not in the physical, and also from Creator. And what happened from that point, because I allowed that to open, I felt it, and I was like, whoa, how did I ever feel alone? Like, I was literally like, how have I ever felt alone? I felt so held, I felt so loved, I felt so connected. Then what happened was the external reality started to match up. And I am in this place where I can genuinely say I'm not alone. Like, I have so many brothers and sisters that see me, that recognize me, that I feel I can, like, could drop into any emotion with and be held and witnessed. And my life has shifted more and more and more the more that I choose this. But I still have these feelings coming up. You know, there is, and logically, I feel so fucking supported. I feel so not alone. I feel so grateful that I have tribe. But here, there's stories still playing. There's a story at the moment of people just don't get me. Like, they don't see me. Like, I just feel like I'm still doing this by myself. And so these are the programs, and these are the programs that have been conditioned into us for so long. So it's collectively in your consciousness, and it's been done in deceptive ways. There's been manipulation to your energy field. There is, implanted thoughts when you're in weak, vulnerable moments to bring you into a place where you go, oh, I'm just not quite strong enough, and then you spiral. And these are the things that we're wanting to work on today. Not only that, but looking at different entities. When you've got entities there, they can attach to you when you feel alone. So clearing some of the things that maybe in those alone moments you've called out and you're like, I just need help. I need. When you're in that neediness, you're basically opening up your field as an invitation for energies that maybe aren't serving you to the highest. So that is just some of the areas. So if you're feeling a lot at the moment, it's because there's going to be a lot moving. The time is beautiful. So if everyone is please lying down, or if you're good at receiving, sitting up, you can sit up. Just get yourself into the most comfortable position. And we're going to drop in, and we're going to drop into this potent, powerful shift in our quantum fields. Just closing the eyes down, just aligning your spine, getting yourself into a comfortable position, allowing your shoulders to roll back and drop, and just starting to become heavier as we take 3 deep breaths, the intention to drop into the body, into a place of receiving, and into a state where we can start to communicate with the higher self, to be guided with love and safety. Breathing in through the nose, deep breath, and out with a sigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, letting it all go. Continuing to breathe in and out.
Feel the heart expanding. This beautiful life force, energy, opens and activates the heart. Connecting with the love that you are, the beautiful eternal flame within. In this space, you are never alone. As we send this love down through our energy centers, down through the solar plexus, through the sacral, through the base, down, out through the feet. 3 beautiful golden cords moving down, spiraling down, down deep into the earth. Feel them down, moving through the rock and the soil and the crystals, anchoring into the diamond heart of Mother Earth, welcoming with support, nourishment of the Divine Mother. Feel her energy coming back up through those cords, welcoming any diamond-like codes. Feel that energy coming up through the feet, through the base, opening and activating the base energy center. Feel this energizing now, moving up into the sacral, opening, activating, energizing the solar plexus, the heart. And feel your heart energy expand even further as your love is met with the love of Mother Earth. As it continues to expand and grow, we send this love up now through the high heart, through the throat, through the third eye, forming a beautiful golden ball of light in the crown space. Feel your consciousness moving into this golden ball of light as it moves up through your central channel, connecting with your soul star, activating the soul star. Moving up through the atmosphere, through the golden light of Christ, up through the universal laws, and into the 7th plane, connecting with the Creator of all there is. Taking 3 deep breaths and breathing in this beautiful white light. Into every cell of your body, breathing in love, breathing out any fear, breathing in love, breathing out any separation. Just going to bring through some downloads from Creator now. Just say yes if you wish to receive as I read them out. Creator of all that is, it is commanded with the deepest love and respect to instill the following downloads into everyone watching this beautiful video in the highest and best way on all 4 belief levels for the following downloads. I understand the definition of safety through the Creator of all that is from the 7th plane. I understand what it feels like to be safe. I know how to be safe. I know the perspective of safety through the Creator of all that is. I am safe now. I understand the Creator's definition of connection. I understand what it feels like to be connected in the highest and best way. I know how to be connected. I know how to live my daily life connected to others and the creator of all it is. I know how to receive instant healing. I am open to receiving instant healing from the creator now. It is safe to receive healing from the creator. I know how to live without feeling like I'm alone. I know how to move forward in life, integrated, balanced and supported by the creator. I know how to release and transmute energies from the past that no longer serve my highest good with ease and grace. I know what it feels like to be held and supported by Mother Earth and the creator. I know how to release collective programs that no longer serve my highest good. I know how to stand in my power and truth. I know that I'm a divine spark of creation and that I am loved and supported always. I know within my heart that I am never alone through my connection to the creator of all that is. Say yes now to receive.
Just allowing that energy to come through into every atom, molecule and cell. Feeling the heat, the ignition, allowing your body to receive and letting go of any resistance to expanding into new levels of consciousness. In your mind's eye, I want you to visualize what a multi-dimensional version of you would look like. Energy, color, sparkles. A vision of movement, dancing, weaving. And notice anywhere there may be dark spots, shadows. Allowing this beautiful energy to dance in your mind's eye with an awareness that there are parts that no longer serve and that are preventing this beautiful expression from its highest potential. As you witness and observe these shadowy areas, they may be dark or black spots, but they just may not be lighting up in the same way. You're going to ask the subconscious mind to release the collective conditioning, the programming that's been added into your field over centuries, that's left you feeling as if you're alone. Sarayatai tia shatayatai tia tukwari, insarayana yaria kia tia tia noya, insarahure hiana he, hiara he ara hue, anda hiara he ana he, unsara hiara hu. Allowing that energy, that expression, without having to have meaning, seeing it brighten, seeing it more vibrant and expressive. And allowing that to start to come in to every part of your physical vessel by drawing it closer, seeing its connectedness, its fullness, recognizing that the energy moving is not just you, but it's the connection of you with all things, with all beings, with your soul tribe, your remembrance to that which you were before this time and space. Handareya, handareya, handeya, hiyara huaneya he, sande hiyara hayara he, handeyara heyare. Allowing that energy to come through, pulling it into your physical vessel as you dissolve every part of your being, dissolving into the awareness of connection, support, witnessing, joy, friendship, love, union. Ariati, tiashitiatia tukwariati anianai.
Welcoming in the love and light of the Creator. See this beautiful light from the seventh plane showering down through your crown, through the third eye, through the throat, and filling into the heart space. Welcoming any healing that the Creator wishes to do within the heart space now. Teaching the heart what it feels like to know how and when that it's possible to be safe. Teaching the heart what it feels like to expand, knowing that it's supported and loved and held in the energy of the Creator and Mother Earth. That it's safe to expand and grow. Feel your heart expand as the love of the Creator continues to press through the old imprints, the old limitations, the old ceiling heights. Looking within the heart space, you see a younger version of yourself. Welcome this child's presence into your heart, into your arms. Let this little child know they are safe, they are loved, they are held. See this beautiful child being nurtured and cuddled by a cloud of the Creator's love. Knowing that this healing that is taking place from the age of this child and beyond. Teaching this child what it feels like to feel loved. Teaching this child what it feels like to be a part of, connected to, anchored in community, in love, connection, support, nurture. Feeling the energies of tribe and soul family surrounding this beautiful child. Welcoming in your soul families.
From all timelines, from all dimensions, allowing your inner being to recognize that child within and all of your soul families through their signature, so that you can see, recognize, feel and know those that are there as support, and you can bring them into your experience to witness them when you're alone, and to receive that which we are together, collectively, greater, in more love and remembrance. Karayara yara hare yara hane, shandaya rehi, hansa yara heyana he, yara huya, satayati shikaria sutuku sutukuyatiani. Ande aria guaria sitiani. Anshara huara ane. Ande ahuea. Ande hiareahu. Yande yaruhe.
Creator of all that is commanded with the deepest love and respect that a healing take place on the minds of all those willing to receive now. Bringing the mind back into harmony, balance and alignment, clearing and dissolving any trauma of separation, including all the way back to the first initial separation from Creator. Clearing and dissolving any distortions within the mind, clearing any old programs and beliefs that do not serve our highest good in the highest and best way, allowing the Creator to step in now and clear this with ease and grace.
Asking the left hemisphere of the brain to clear any distortions, any subliminal programming, any manipulation, any separation that's kept division through the left and the right hemispheres, keeping you from your spiritual, ethereal, celestial, multidimensional connections, and allowing that energy to come through, rejoining the brain, so there's communication.
Welcoming in the activation and formation of new neural pathways.
Reminding the brain that every time a new neural pathway fires and a new way of consciousness and thought form is created, that many more new ways of thinking can be experienced, expressed and remembered, that ease can come in the shift in consciousness.
Welcoming in the expansion of the mind.
And releasing any beliefs, stories, narratives, conditioning, traumas, that if you are different, that you expand in consciousness, that you evolve as a being, you'll be left alone and no one will understand you. Releasing that up to create a consciously, releasing, transmuting, and integrating. If it feels true, allow your own light codes to be activated, reminding you of your own soul connections throughout time, space, dimensions, knowing that sound and breath is a beautiful way to shift your being into more truth.
Welcoming in the energy, welcoming in the energy, welcoming in the energy of the rainbow tornado. Rainbow light from Creator. Feel and sense and know and see that beautiful rainbow tornado turning and circling within the body, the field, as it recalibrates, balances, harmonizes and realigns, clearing any residue and distortions within the field. Welcoming in any support from the divine angelic realms, the Elohim. So much love and support here for us now. Allow your body to receive. Allow the body to Release any sadness or emotion that arises from feeling the presence of your soul family, of these beautiful beings that are here to support us, to nurture us. Just releasing any emotion that arises, knowing that you are held, you are safe, you're in a sacred container, that you're loved and supported, and that you've never been alone. Teaching you what it feels like to know how, when it's possible to know that you're never alone in the highest and best way, through all layers, through all timelines, lifetimes, dimensions, and aspects of the multidimensional self now.
Anywhere the being is fragmented, and come to the conclusion that you must do this alone, that it is up to you to create change, and you alone, asking that to be released, clearing those blockages, the deception of the mind, any implanted deception, clearing all deception through mind, body and soul components, up to Creator, to be transmuted into the divine light of Source, and to be integrated back into the body.
Clearing and removing any devices or implants that no longer serve your highest good, that are ready to leave. With your permission, it is commanded and demanded that these are pulled, cleared and released now in the highest and best way by the Creator, with the support of the Elohim and our galactic brothers and sisters.
Ariati, Ariati, Shataya Tukuariani and Aya, Ayatia Kueatia Shanianaya Hayakueare, Henzerianaya Tuea, Yakuearia Setia Shatayaneanai, Hendea Kuea. Letting it dissolve with ease, no longer serving. Every distortion that leaves the body allows for more vibration and frequency, for higher connection to the authentic expression.
Welcoming the release of any past life or karmic energies that are now ready to move, that these devices have been cleared. Just welcoming any memories, allowing them to pass through and shift through the energetic systems. Knowing that whatever is required for you to know, learn and receive now, you will receive in the highest and best way, and it's not something you have to comprehend with your mind. Just trusting the energy and flow of your energy system and the love and support of Mother Earth and the Creator now. Welcoming in the activation of remembrance. Bringing in the fifth dimensional unity, Christ consciousness codes now.
Aya, Eya, Ehi, Anna, Eya, Arehi, Araya, Andehi, Arahi, Ayarehi, Unnahi, Araya. Anywhere in the brain, in the consciousness, where there has been ET influence, that there's been implanted thought forms, that you do not have family throughout time, space, dimensions, and realities, and that you are alone, as a deceptive way to keep you separate, to not recognize your innate gifts, abilities, your star connection and your ancestral remembrance, asking that to be cleared.
Commanded and demanded. It is cleared now.
Karianaya tia taya shitia tia tukuarianaya hengiaria shukuaria tiani hensirianaya reaki hayarueati.
Just welcoming in the support and love of the Creator to repair the central channel in any way, shape or form that is required, to to restore the full connection of your fibre optic cables to Creator and Mother Earth.
Letting the nervous system know that you're safe, and anywhere the logical minds come in and started to reject some of the thoughts, feelings and experiences or memories, just letting your body know you're safe. It's okay to open and release, that you are held. It is just energy moving. And breathing in and out, to gently open more and more.
Opening the toroidal field to the pure divine essence of the Creator, allowing that energy to flow and circulate even further than it was capable of circulating before, expanding within all facets of the multidimensional self.
As that field expands and vibrates and moves, knowing that it's connecting up with your brothers and sisters throughout all time space connection, that you are one consciousness.
Asking the Creator to bring forward any clearing or healing in or around the third eye and the pineal, the pituitary. Clearing and dissolving any blockages within the energy lines of the clairaudience. Opening and activating any channels required to be activated within your telepathic communication.
Any cords, attachments, sitting in the navel that are attached to any soul family that's bringing in suffering, cutting those, returning them to Creator to be dissolved, purified, transmuted. So the longing and the yearning can be released.
Clearing and dissolving any thought forms, stories or feelings or emotions of longing for home. Maybe that home might have been on another planet, another solar system, another universe. Welcoming in the energy of connection to home within the heart space, knowing that you are home. You're connected to your home within your heart now. Should you wish to receive that, say yes. Welcoming in and calling back through the seventh plane any soul fragments that have been lost throughout all time, space, dimensions, realities. May they be moved through the love, the unconditional light of the Creator, cleansed, purified, amplified, energized, and returned to you in the highest and best way now.
And releasing any of the soul fragments from your soul family or from any beings throughout time, space, dimensions that is not yours to hold. Releasing them with love, knowing that you're connected and you don't need to hold any attachments.
Releasing and dissolving any trauma bonds or trauma attachments now that no longer serve your highest good in the highest and best way through the Creator of all it is.
asking the energy field to clear any AI intelligence, any archon energy, anywhere that this influences the thought forms, the feelings within your body, your being, that keeps you separate and alone.
Clearing and dissolving any electromagnetic radiation from within the field. Teaching what it feels like to know how to learn that it's possible to be impervious to negative EMF frequencies and vibrations and distortions being used through the 5G network to implement thought forms, feelings into our physical vessels, knowing that we are now impervious to that. Should you wish to receive that, say yes.
Letting every atom, molecule and cell know that you are not at the effect of these lower frequencies, just by committing to yourself that you will no longer absorb, receive or take these energies on. Anywhere throughout the being, in the atoms, molecules, cells, and the mind, body, and soul component that has satanic or demonic imprint around being alone and isolated in trauma.
May be cleansed and purified now. Sucked up by a beautiful vacuum from the Creator in the seventh plane. As we welcome in the golden light of Christ, this beautiful fifth dimensional frequency of unconditional love, unity. Allow these beautiful energies to rest within the cells of every atom within your being.
To gently wash over your being, wiping and cleansing and clearing as if by magic anything that no longer serves, that holds this feeling, this past feeling of being alone, that no longer even resonates, knowing you're connected, knowing you're loved and supported, feeling that level of interconnectedness now, so that all else can transmute with ease.
Welcoming in the beautiful spirit and energy and emotion of joy, a beautiful childlike innocence, of wonderment. Feel these beautiful energies expanding and growing through your energy field as it replaces all that has been removed and cleared with ease, purifying, recalibrating, restoring the energetic system and fields, meridians, energy centers back to their highest vibrational frequencies.
Starting to feel the curiosity and the play emerge in your cells, the dance, the weave, the awareness of what's to come, who's to come into your experience, what remembrances you'll have in all levels of being, and the curiosity of how that will expand you into more of who you truly are.
Welcome in that deep sense of wholeness, completeness. Knowing, a deep knowing that you're a powerful being, a powerful spark of creation. That you are not separate. You're connected and held in the unconditional love of the Creator.
Ansiare o nianai, Shandiare akue Ariati atianai, Esiatu kue asitianianai shatukoyate, Arianianaya, Ande arai aria, Undue ariaki, Unsurue ariani, Andia jareate ariataya tiatukuya, Siatia shitiatukuya tanianai.
Connect with that deep sense of love and gratitude within our hearts for this beautiful healing. Giving great thanks to the Creator and all the beautiful beings of love and light that have supported us on this powerful journey of transformation. As we offer and gift this beautiful healing out to all beings, May they receive the unconditional love that we've received in the highest and best way, should they be willing. Allowing the energy centers to slowly start to close in the highest and best way for you. Closing down the soul star, the crown, third eye, throat, the high heart. Keeping the heart open, closing down the solar plexus, sacral and the base. Allowing that beautiful heart energy to be highlighted within itself. As we send unconditional love and gratitude out to each other, to all those that are on this call, may you receive the unconditional love of all of us now. Slowly starting to come back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Slowly starting to get in touch with your body, whether it's the chair underneath your bum or the bed underneath your back. Start to wiggle your feet, your toes, your fingers. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the room that you're in.
Only when you're ready, and just taking your time. And when you are back in the present moment, just putting a comment in the text on the comment section of this live and saying back, just so we know you're connected, that you're here. And that you've returned safely from out throughout time, space, dimensions. Making sure you have a drink of water and a wriggle of your shoulders. Remembering that with energetic work and rewiring the neural pathways and clearing your central channel and the meridians and the chakra systems, that water is a conductor of energy. So to purge with ease, you want to make sure you stay hydrated. You also want to be aware of your neuro pathways and your cognitive thinking. If you're feeling fatigued and you're feeling a little bit slower in your mind, you may just require some glucose to go to the brain. So you can have a teaspoon of honey or a date or a maple syrup, or you can have chocolate or Coke or whatever is your preferred method. And just listen to your body. Only have what it needs, what's required. So as you come back, beautiful, we've got people coming back into the space.
You're very welcome, everyone.
Would love to hear, just drop one word of what that experience was for you in the comments. And love to see what that one word was for you, and that sort of sums it up as a bit of an interactive piece. Also want to express how grateful we are to be sharing these transmissions and the ripple effect that they have, and to be sharing our magic in a way where it's reaching many people. And collectively, I believe that us as a circle of beings, this ripples on to many others. So just by showing up for yourself, you're shifting the consciousness on the planet, and I just want to really honor you for that. And thank you for taking the time and space to receive. If you felt like you got a lot out of that and you feel like this program is one that's a bit sticky for you, then definitely listen to this transmission a couple of times. Be aware, and me and Jules are here for any support and integration after this process, is that when you have activations and clearings in an altered state, you're doing a lot of energetic rewiring. And so sometimes there can be mass shifts in the coming week or weeks afterwards. And you may see different areas fall away. You may end up in a lot of emotional somatic grief after this. You may find that your outlook on your connections completely shift. You may see that certain connections are not serving, and to really call in your soul tribe, you're going to have to make some changes, fine-tune that dial a little. So just be present and aware with this is the initiation, and the journey will continue to unfold from this transmission. And if there's anything challenging that comes up, or there was anything in there and you want to talk it through, then reach out to either myself or Jules.
Yeah, feel free to private message if you need some support in any way. And be mindful over the next few days that those old programs, even though they've been cleared, they might want to pop back into your field, and just be super conscious and know that the shifting has already taken place, and really focus your energy on the new that's been created, so that this can really move forward within your field, knowing that it's anchored and held, and it's becoming who you are, who you truly are.
Yeah, so if you feel any of those old thought forms coming along and you go into a sense of this energy and you can catch it, it's like, just place your hands on your heart, and you can use gestures. Gestures are a really good way to invite energy in. You can just hold your hand and be like, I am connected to all things. I feel support. I feel loved. I feel my tribe here with me. And shake and feel and like
Dance.
just allow yourself to play a bit in shifting that old neuro pathway and realigning and gifting yourself something new and different. And if there is a resonance to doing any further work with myself and Jules, we do work one-on-one in different ways with different gifts. And if there's a calling, then feel free, welcome to reach out to us. If you really resonate with being a bringer of change, or a way shower, or a leader in this current collective consciousness shift, and you're feeling like you're ready to step into your soul's mission, we have a 12-week container which is really potent and powerful, about removing all of the things in your field that are in the way of you activating your innate gifts, coming into alignment with your highest, divinest timeline, and really stepping into why you chose to come here at this time on this beautiful place we call Earth. That container has a lot to do with reconnecting you with your own source connection. So we are guides to get you to a point where you no longer need to seek externally, and that you will have that remembrance, enough tools, enough knowing of how to facilitate yourself, and start to feel confident in yourself to move forward with clarity and ease.
There's some beautiful teachings that we're going to share through this 12-week container, and what we really want is for people to come into this container and leave the container with the tools and equipment to be able to clear their own field, to be able to muscle test for themselves, to clear any devices or implants that they find within their field, to release past life energies. And we're going to move through
24 different sessions over the course of 12 weeks, twice a week, meeting for an hour and a half to 2 hours each session. And we're going to activate a lot of the different things within the field that have been dormant, activating the 12-strand DNA, the rainbow light body, clearing any past life energies and reclaiming, past life gifts. We'll be doing some entity removal and really teaching people how to do that for themselves, and getting a lot more integration within the connection with the inner children, and releasing some of those shadow children that really get in the way and hold on to those darker energies within ourselves, and a lot of ancestral healing and soul retrieval. We are really have encompassed all layers of the multidimensional self in this 12-week container. And if you feel called to reach out, please book a discovery call. We'll drop a comment in the link once we complete this, and feel free to jump on a call and see if it's a fit for us to work together. And welcome to the beautiful people that have already stepped into our container. We're super excited in moving forward and holding space and watching the unfolding of the true divine self to step forward and really bring forward the energy of unconditional love and unity, and to see others sharing this with others. And
Beautiful. Just want to quickly drop in and make sure that everyone's feeling, there's no one feeling any negative side effects or still spacey or outside of your body. Just let me know if you are, so I can tune into your energy field and help you come back into your physical. Sometimes we can decide that we don't specifically want to come back to this human reality. And we go pretty deep, and that's normal. That's a normal response when you go into such a deep state. Just letting us know if there is anyone in that space so I can guide you with love. If you're if you're feeling good, then thank you for being here. If you feel like this is beneficial to someone that you know that may resonate, please share the recording. It will be going up on YouTube tomorrow, so there will be, I'm just watching at the moment, it looks like there might be some glitching, unless that's just because of the time difference. But if there has been any issues with sound or the expression here, we will send a recording so you can watch it straight from YouTube. Sending you lots and lots of love.
Bye everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your willingness and commitment to shift and change and help the collective to move beyond the limitations that have been strangling us for lifetimes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are complete.
Beautiful, we are complete. The itching, I will just make a comment on the itching for anyone who's feeling an intense amount of energy in their body. What happens is the cells start to activate. So when I first started channeling, I would sit there like this. I was scratching my head and my arms, and what was happening is the atoms, the molecules, and the receptors of your skin are starting to come online. They're starting to be aware of energy that they haven't allowed themselves awareness for. And so there's some pretty interesting and uncomfortable adjustments to feeling energy in new ways. So the itchiness is completely normal. It's just an intensity of the receptors of your skin, because we don't even realize, but the surface of our skin is a huge antenna for receiving information. Our body is the vehicle of awareness and intuition. And so when you start to understand how potently connected your body is, then you can start to listen to what's kind of going on, and give it a little bit more compassion and gentleness when there are shifts and changes. I love you. Thank you for a beautiful session, and speak soon.
integrate with these